Hello guys, Sai here. In this video I'm going to be talking about why people stay stagnant in their life. I'm going to answer that real quick. It's because they don't have goals. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have something to work towards, then you're going to be staying stagnant for the rest of your life. Or you can't even be staying stagnant. You'll just be going down in whatever you do. Because if we don't do anything, we're on like an elevator. No, a downwards elevator. If we don't keep on if we don't keep on walking, then we're going to go down. If we don't start running, then we're not going to go up either. Is one little thing on goal setting and how to go up. Well, we gotta have goal setting, and goals drive our focus to whatever we want to achieve, and that's exactly why it pertains to grit, to work to achieve something. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 basic merits to why goal setting is very necessary, and what a goal should be like. It's called the SMART goal. It's an acronym for something. And then after that, I'm going to be talking about how the problem with goal setting is that a lot of people have low self-efficacy, or their own belief into achieving something. They have low self-efficacy, therefore they don't really set high goals in the first place. No goal or low goals, that's just avoiding failure, and we're not going to get anywhere without being in the uncomfortable zone, getting out of our house and, well, getting out of your comfort zone. So I'm going to be introducing 4 ways to increase self-efficacy, or the belief to, accomplish something, so you can set higher goals and work hard to achieve them. Alright, so first, the 4 basic merits to goal setting is, number 1, well, first, by goal setting, we know what's important, we know what's not important. So let's say that I want to be, give me a sec, I want to be a Google intern in college in the next 3 years or so. Then, well, I obviously should do a comp sci major. I heard you can like self-study and do Google interns, but that's the outlier story. The basic story is a lot of comp sci majors work hard in their majors and then study outside of their majors to, well, for Google it's like algorithms, and you want to do a lot of leak coding by yourself, so you can pass those interviews. You can get those interviews by being a comp sci major in college, and you have those connections. Passing the interview is a different story. There are some things that we can learn from the lessons ourselves, but then there's also some things that we need to learn ourselves and practice a lot. And so, okay, so if my goal is a Google intern, then I obviously know that's the path, right? We have a path. We know the skill sets that we basically need to build to become a Google intern. Without a goal, we don't really know what to do or what to focus our drive on. If you don't have a goal, then you're in college, you don't know what to focus on. Your maths class, or your comp sci class, or your philosophy class. You don't know what to focus our drive on. And if our focus all becomes equalized throughout a lot of things, well, then we're not going to be able to achieve a lot, because when something comes up which is important, we don't have enough willpower, because willpower is limited for your day. We don't have enough willpower to just focus on that one thing if we don't have a goal. That's one. Number 2, goals drive our focus. It keeps us motivated, it keeps us resilient, basic stuff, Goals inspire us to work hard and to, well, overcome hardships, actually get through those hard times. I think that's pretty obvious, but just basic merits. Number 3 is goals give us the resilience to keep working through hardships. I literally said that. I'm sorry. And then number 4 is it drives our focus to things that are important and then things that are not important. So in high school, our goal was to get into a good college. And getting into a good college, the priorities in a college application is kind of spread out through 4 basic factors. It's GPA, so your SAT score. Not anymore too much. So GPA, it was GPA, SAT score, activities, and your essay. It was kind of evenly spread out through that. So we needed to be pretty damn well-rounded or have a humongous spike. To get into Harvard, but to get into I don't know, a good state university, or some of the UCs, it's just well-rounded was enough. Then my focus would be to take honors classes, AP classes, to raise my GPA, and also study for the SAT for a year to be able to get a 1500 or above. Start some leadership activities, start my own club, be the captain of a varsity team, or at least play in the varsity team for a bunch of teams or for a bunch of sports. And then I don't know, have a college counselor help out in my essays. But that's like the overall direction. Now we know what's important. Now we know that we need to focus on that instead of something that's not related to helping you in high school activities like, I don't know, what was important in middle school? Having fun. So don't have fun in high school now. Never mind. Have fun. Okay, so that was our direction now. But then now we got into college. Now you declared yourself as a comp sci major. Now you want to be working for Google in the next after the next 4 years. Then activities, extracurriculars, essays, they don't matter anymore. Now it's just your GPA is not that important in a comp sci major. Now your goal is to be able to have internships to prove that you have work experience and you know what's up in the real world. Now it's getting those internships. Now it's being able to pass those interviews by practicing a bunch of leak code stuff to get a job at Google. So the priorities change as we have different goals, and by having those goals, we know what's important. So that's the important part for goal setting. Now, if you guys do have a goal, please try to see if your goal fits into this SMART goal function that kind of tests whether it's going to be highly achievable or it's going to eventually not motivate you enough to achieve the goal. So SMART, S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for action-oriented, R stands for sorry. Realistic. Is it realistic enough? And T stands for, is it time sensitive? So yeah, Google intern. S, is it specific? Yeah, it is specific. You need to pass the Google interview. Measurable? Yeah. Yes or no? Right? A, action oriented? Yes. Now I have to study or do well in my classes, do well in the classes that are known to be good for internships, or to be known to be good to pass those internships. Like they teach you what's on the interviews. And I need to practice a bunch of LeetCode stuff. R, is it realistic? Yeah, a lot of graduates from my school have gone into Google if they were good enough. And then time oriented, yeah, I have a time limit. I have 2 years. So it's like that. Basically, we do need that to keep ourselves. We need feedback as we work hard towards that goal. We want to feel self-growth as we go into whatever we're doing. Because if we don't know where we are in this goal, then we're gonna get unmotivated at one point, and then stray off, forget about that goal, kind of thing. Okay, and this was the SMART goal was put forth by Harvard University, so I think it is pretty credible. And then now, so the problem with goal setting is that people don't want to set high goals for themselves in the first place. If you do, then good job, good for you. But for those who have low self-efficacy, those people who think they're not that good, they don't want to go out of their comfort zone, they're scared, they have pride that they want to protect, which I don't think is real in the first place if you don't want to challenge yourself. And so this was put forth by Albert Bandura, who is a Stanford University professor in the psychology field, and he said he put forth 4 ways to increase self-efficacy. Number one is having a stress relief activity as your background. Basically, okay, we're gonna have a lot of stress as we work hard to achieve those goals. He says to build a support system, stress release activities to remedy yourself as you're going on this journey in achieving this goal. And I would say list around 15 activities of stress release activities. Go to dinner with friends, bike across the mountain, bike across the beach, swim in the beach, read a book, meditate. There's a lot of things. List 15. So you have options. So you can choose from a lot that you personally like to keep yourself motivated. Let me see this real quick. Okay. And then number 2, have a role model that accomplishes. So this is my goal in YouTube is to build a big audience. And so I can talk like this, and I can have people who are interested in what I talk about and actually listen to me, and hopefully they can direct their lives a little different to the better from what I hear. Now there's a Japanese person on YouTube who does this like every day. He has like 1,600 videos, I think, on YouTube. And he only talks about psychology. There's no editing. It's literally in his own library. He's a crazy millionaire guy. And he only talks about psychology, and he has, a lot of things. Like, I basically want to do that. That's my role model right now. And so I'm trying to do like similar things. So yeah, in my case, I do have a role model to look forward to, and so that kind of motivates me. It's like one day I can be like this. One day I can do what he did. I'm trying to do what he did in the beginning, that kind of thing. And it's to keep us motivated to, and like have it be inspired to set higher goals. Okay, and number three is have someone who truly believes that you can actually succeed. Now, this can, it is pretty hard. I feel like it is hard to just like, talk about your dreams to someone, because, well, for me, it would be like, okay, well, then dreams aren't likely to come true, and so they're gonna see me in like 2 years or so, and they're gonna look back at this time and it's like, oh yeah, you failed that, It's that risk that I don't really like. But then, having a support system, or having like someone who this is related to having a real relationship in like a romantic one. A real romantic relationship built out of real love, not just like jealousy. It's built out of trust. If that's true, then that romantic relationship should enhance your other relationships, because other relationships with your family, your other friends, and this is because now that you know that you have someone who will back you up even in like the toughest times, then you can like just go all out in your other relationships and whatever you do, because you have that support system. So this is like the basis for number three. Therefore, have someone that you can truly believe believes that you can succeed if you keep working hard. Number four is the most important out of all of these, and this is experience yourself accomplishing smaller goals to build to what's this to build on to achieve a larger goal. Experiences, and I know all of you guys have done this before. Technically, anyone can, unless you have like physical disabilities, anyone can run an 8-minute mile. Now, a lot of people can't though. Now, and that can be the big goal. And then the small goals are, okay, well, I'll try to eat less, to lose my weight, to make it easier for myself to run. I'll run for 10 minutes every day, or I'll at least walk for 10 minutes every day, and just build my body to get used to running. And then slowly I'll build onto that 8-minute mile. And that's literally what you would call like just achieving smaller goals to build onto that larger goal. And everyone has done this before. Everyone has done this, but they don't really reflect onto it. So that's exactly why they don't have the confidence that to be able to challenge themselves into a bigger goal, because they don't know that they actually did this in the past, in a smaller scale, in a less realizational experience, but they still did it. And that builds on confidence. Now that I've done this before, now that I've worked hard to assert myself to be able to do this, then I can do other things that are even greater and work hard to achieve those things. So that motivates us, and that gives us high self-efficacy to be able to set higher goals and consistently work hard to achieve them. So with college, for number 4, an example would be like college enrollment. When you're a freshman, you don't really know what's a hard class for you yet. You don't know what if you're a regular class student and you can do well in them, or you have the potential to do well in AP class. So we try out. We try out like a few. Okay, I'll try like 2 honors freshman year. We'll see how it goes. Then I might bulk up into 4 honors, or like one or 2 APs, and we'll see how that goes. If that goes well, then I'm gonna build on to 5 APs this year. Let's go crazy. So that's building up, and that gives us confidence to challenge ourselves to new goals, right? That's that 5 APs. As a freshman, that would have been insane. But now we can do it. That's the theory behind raising our self-efficacy to build higher goals. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys today. In an overview, I introduced 4 merits to goal setting and 4 merits of why you should have a goal. And no goals or low goals are just there to avoid failure and protect your fake pride, which you don't want to do, and you're gonna stay stagnant your whole life, or just going on a downhill ride. Secondly, I introduced how those goals should be SMART goals. S for specific, M for measurable, A for action-oriented, R for realistic, is it realistic, and T, is it time-oriented, do you have a time limit? And now I commented for the people who have low self-efficacy, who don't really have the confidence in themselves to be able to think that they can achieve goals. And so to raise that, I talked about how, have a stress relief backup system, have a role model that's done this, and research about like the career he went through, and like be inspired by it will direct your actions to be a little more like that person. Number 3 was have someone who can truly believe that you can succeed in whatever your goal is, as long as you work hard. And then number 4, experience yourself achieving something. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for staying with me if you stayed up to this point. Comment down below what you thought. Maybe you thought it was idealistic, maybe you thought it was actually pretty real. I want to get feedback so I can produce better content. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for listening.